What's going on, guys? Time to talk about another taboo type film from the early 50s. Today I'm going to be talking about The Wild and Wicked, also known as The Flesh Merchant. It was released sometime in 1956, starring Joy Reynolds, Gary Moffat, and Marco Pereri. It was written by Peter Perry Jr. and J.M. Cood, and it was directed by W. Morale Connell, who's done other films like The Devil Sleeps, Test Tube Babies, um, An Animated Woman, and Not Tonight Henry, to name a few. He's done like 10 films, so doesn't have like quite the legacy, but yeah. So this is a drama film, um, which takes place in like a big city somewhere, like I don't know, Hollywood, let's just say. And basically, so this girl's younger sister comes to visit her, fleeing from the country, trying to try her hands at modeling and being a model and stuff like that, and trying to get gigs out there to help start her career. So, yeah, her sister's pretty surprised that she's down there and doesn't think it's a good idea, but she goes along with it anyways. And so the younger sister goes and to a modeling like audition sort of thing, and it doesn't go that well. But she meets an interesting person who says they have the perfect gig for her, and she agrees, but it's like out of town a bit. So she goes, takes a bus, and ends up it's like free living and staying there. That everything's paid for, and she's like young 20s, so she's like, oh, perfect. Don't have to pay rent or anything like that. You just got to comply with the rules, what they say. So yeah, so she takes it and starts living there. She slowly starts realizing though it's not like the modeling gig she thought, and basically she ended up working at a brothel. It's being forced tricked into working in the sex trade, and then when she tries to leave, she can't, and she's having trouble. She calls the police. The police won't do anything. They have them all pretty well like convinced that nothing's going on or anything like that. And then this might be a spoiler, but then she realizes her older sister works there too. So yeah, it's an interesting little drama film of basically a cautionary tale to younger women back in the day of to be careful of who you meet and go. Don't just go on the whim and stuff like that. This film makes its point and it does a good job at showing what could happen and stuff, and like how there's people that trick people like that out there. And overall, I thought the acting was decent enough. The story was it made its point. It was pretty decent. Um, yeah, and yeah, the setup and stuff like that, and lighting and all that was pretty well done. It was pretty well shot too. Um, Overall, this was better than I was expecting. It was a little different than I was expecting. But it's way shorter than it says it is. Most online it says it's about like an hour and 28 minutes. This movie's like an hour and five. But yeah, overall, it's a decent little film. Good cautionary tale, especially from back in the day. Um, where yeah, to be like just don't believe everything you hear and go on it. Look into it first and stuff like that. So yeah, overall, I enjoyed this film. It was a little bit slow. It's a little different than what I'm used to watching and stuff like that. But for what it is, it was still entertaining. And the naive young 20-year-old sister gets on your nerves a bit. Well, got on my nerves a bit and stuff like that. So, but it's good, sort of like almost coming of age tale, I thought. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna give this film a 3 out of 5. Um, Only because it's like pretty like straightforward, a little dull in some scenes, but overall it's a decent watch and stuff. It is in black and white, so I know a lot of people probably won't check it out, but if you want to, there's a film clip or a trailer, whatever I could find down below, so you could check it out. Or if I could find the whole film on YouTube, I might link that down below too. So yeah, definitely if you feels like something you might be interested in, check it out. It's a good melodrama. um yeah, also check out my Instagram. It's always linked down below. I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story, and I usually put the film title on a hashtag somewhere in the video clip, and I put the subgenre of film in the video clip too, so you're aware of it. Um, yeah, so if you're interested to see what I'm going to be talking about next, or just interested to see what I'm watching, follow me on Instagram to stay in the loop. Make sure you like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. Comment down below your opinions of this film if you've seen it. Also, if you have any films you want to hear my opinions on in the future, it doesn't matter if it doesn't have to be one of these taboo type films or anything, or early 30s, 40s, 50s. I'll watch anything. So if you have any films that you want to hear my opinions on, comment those down below as well. I'll try my hardest to get to them if I can. As soon as I can, and if I can find them. And also make sure you subscribe, because I still got like 6 or 7 of these films that I want to talk about. So yeah, so hopefully we can find something weird and obscure that's a hidden gem that most people overlooked. But that's it from me for now. So till the next one. Cheers.